If you're looking to grow your online presence so you can be top of mind, so you can get your message out there faster, earn more, grow faster, and stress less, you've come to the right place because I am your personal branding coach, and this is Nez Nation Live, Ask Me Anything. So come on back because this is the greatest live stream show on planet Earth, and I want to answer all your questions and offer you as much help as possible, so make sure you come on back. Hit that like button. Welcome everybody to another episode of Office Hours with yours truly. Come on in. We are live. If you're listening to this on the podcast or watching this on the replay, I would love it if you would leave in the comments, give me a hashtag NezNationReplay or just hashtag replay in the comments. I'd really appreciate that. And welcome. You're going to learn a lot today, because this is a show that we've been doing for a very long time now, over a year, just right before the pandemic started, where we go live every single Sunday at 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn. Come on in. We got the most amazing community here at Nez Nation Live, and there's a questionnaire form. If you have any questions, Nez, I want to earn money online. Nez, I want to start a side hustle. I want to potentially start and grow an online business. How do I advance my career? Everything is going on to this thing called the internet. And what I try to do is make the internet your best friend. It's not complicated. It's not just a young person's game. It's for everybody. Let me know how I'm coming in because I got a new setup. Holy macadamia nut. Look at these awesome people that we have. Hey, Randall Constant on LinkedIn. Great to see you. Come on in. KD is in the house from Sugar Land, Texas. Good to see you, KD. Lewis, what do you think? I'm a little bit concerned because, Alexandra, if you have a question, there's a pinned comment, there's a questionnaire. Please leave your question. It's just a really quick questionnaire you just fill out. Let me know how I'm coming in because you guys know. Good to see you, Jurgen. Good to see you, PC Tech inside the lab. Sweeney's in the house. You know, I'm not the most technical person on the planet, but I'm trying. Yes, I got a new haircut too. And my haircut costs a lot less than what my wife pays when she goes to get her hair done. Holy macadamia nut. Don't even get me started. Honey, if you're listening, I love you. Okay. So let me know how I'm coming in. I have no idea. I have a backup. I've still got my webcam. I'm using my Sony ZV-1 right now to stream this. I really love the look right now, and I'm just, I'm kind of setting it up very kind of. I like the setup. I love the blurred background. I kind of changed the lighting a little bit for the live stream. This isn't the same lighting that I use in my pre-recorded videos. It's much darker, the background, and I'm kind of more in the foreground. But, we're live, and I am so excited to be here. So if you have any questions, leave them in the questionnaire form. There's a pinned comment. If you're watching this on Facebook and LinkedIn, there should be a comment with the questionnaire in there. And also, if you want to come on over to YouTube, go to youtube.com/Professor Nez, and in the pinned comment on YouTube, I'd love for you to come over here on YouTube as well. But there is a pinned comment in the YouTube comments where you can just fill out a very simple questionnaire form and ask me anything. I've been in the online game for over 2 decades. I am living proof that you can build real income by working your butt off. There's no get-rich-quick scheme. There is no get-rich-quick scheme at all. All these people on Clubhouse and all these people online and all these ads that you see where people say, hey, all you need to do is just do this, this, and this. All you need to do is just, plop up your Instagram and you'll be on a yacht. That stuff is bupkis. That stuff is BS. I try to really advocate things that are real, things that are tangible, things that are practical, things that actually make sense, backed by evidence. And I never, ever advocate anything that I haven't at least researched. Definitely something that I've tried and executed. All of the things that I'm sharing are from my own personal experiences in my businesses, in my life, in my content creation, but also stuff that I've researched and vetted. And so I really, this is kind of a test right here. This is a good testament to your online, presence and your online reputation, which that's what personal branding means, is making sure that your reputation is intact. Don't try to just get into this game and think that it's all about trying to, strategize and monetize as quickly and fastly as possible. Fastly? Is fastly a word? Let me know if I'm lagging a little bit or if there's any lag at all. I'm hoping to God that this camera does not shut down due to overheating, because I've been having some overheating problems. I talked to Sony. They said there's nothing wrong with it. There's no firmware update, yada, yada, yada. I'm not a technical person. Lewis, Mr. Camera Junkie, which everybody should go check out his channel. Lewis actually has an amazing channel, and he helped me. I want to give a big shout out to Lewis, Mr. Camera Junkie, for helping me so much, taking me step by step on all the settings, because I'm not a technical person. I'm just not a technical person. Even though in this game you kind of have to be a little, not have to be, but it helps to have some knowledge in the content creation game, at least of the fundamentals. And the fundamentals are not difficult. And so I'm very, very excited to be here. Darlene is in the house. Woo! Now we can start. Now we can officially begin, because Darlene is here. And you guys know what you need to do, right? You guys know exactly what you need to do, correct? You need to smash that smash button. Look at that autofocus right there. You need to smash that smash button, aka the like button, and perhaps share this on Twitter or share this with somebody you think could get a lot of value. Are you somebody who's still trying to figure out, man, everybody is going online. The whole world is online. Am I behind the game? Am I too old? Maybe I'm too old for this thing called the internet. No, you're not. And please don't ever forget this. This is really, really important. The absence of a personal brand is still a personal brand. The absence of a personal brand is still a personal brand. When people want to hire you, when people want to purchase from you, when people want to vet you and understand, who is this person? What do they do? What are they all about? I want to get some facts, some background. They go and search. They go online. They go probably predominantly on Google. And what comes up on the first 2-3 pages is a lot of your profiles and a lot of your activity online. Most of them probably are social media sites if you don't have a website. And so this is really, really important. If you're not out there taking ownership, personal branding just means modern communications. That's all it means. Taking ownership of the narrative that you convey online. Do you have clarity? Do you have purpose? Do you have intention? Because I promise you, if you have those intact, you can make a whole lot of money. The legitimate way, too, the right way, by serving. So that's really the deal right there. And very, very excited to see you guys. Make sure that you come on and make sure you hit that like button. Yes, lewisisthebomb.com. Thank you so much. Chocolate Twist Yoga. Is that Kali? Good to see you, Kali. Fantastic. Great to see you. I hope to see you every week. I love seeing the regulars come back. Nez Nation, we're bringing more humanness to this digitalness. You see that autofocus? Day One Adventures, good to see you. All right, awesome, fantastic, great to see you. Thank you so much, Chocolate Twist Yoga. Kali, I hope I'm saying that right, Kali. If I'm not saying that right, please let me know, because I want to say it right. Now, I have to talk about this. Because, you know what, we started with the technical, and I have to talk about this. How many of you have seen the new Apple event rollout of the new products? OMG. Now, whether I like it or not, I'm stuck in the Apple ecosystem. I'm never going back. As a matter of fact, I love Mac. As a creator, I mean, I'm a business owner at heart, and that's who I am. I'm a business owner, but as I'm really a content creator at heart, and that's who I really am. I love creating content more than anything. I am absolutely obsessed with, my YouTube channel, my platforms, my video content. I'm obsessed with hanging out with you guys every single Sunday. And so, I love seeing, what are the tools? These are just tools. What are the tools that can actually enable me to do what I love to do a lot better, faster, more efficiently as possible? And so at Mac, I know there's a lot of PC guys. My brother's a PC guy. My brother's actually an IT director for a mortgage company. And so he's a gamer too. And so he absolutely just abhors Mac. He can't stand Mac. And I know there's all these conflicting things, but you know what? I'm a Mac person. And so I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but they just recently had an event. And so, hey, good to see you, Frank. Frank is in the house. Taste this. Frank is a client of mine who I helped consult on his YouTube channel. If you're interested in amazing Italian lifestyle travel type content, Italian cuisine, go check out Frank's channel and make sure you subscribe, because he's really the epitome of what I think is so essential about today's landscape. It's never too late. As a matter of fact, if you're post 35, post 40, even post 50, this is your time. YouTube is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. As a matter of fact, I shared a short on my channel talking about how the views and the live streams and the actual hours spent on YouTube is even superseding Netflix, Amazon Prime, and even Hulu. I said Netflix, all these other platforms. And so I had a conversation with another client last night who's starting a brand new channel. I'm telling you right now, there's no better time than to start right now on YouTube. I think YouTube is just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Susan Wojcicki, the CEO of YouTube, released this amazing blog talking about the creator economy and how it's just going to keep expanding and getting bigger. They're coming out with so many new ways. Mark my words, there's going to be a time. Good to see you, Luis. We got Luis and Lewis. Good to see you. Mark my words, guys. There's going to be a time very soon, probably, where you can watch a YouTube video and all people need to do, you can point to a product, you can point to a cup, and literally the audience will be able to click that. It'll go straight to your website or straight to Amazon. They'll be able to purchase it. You get affiliate income. None of this, look in the description and have to search and leave the live stream or leave the show. Literally, it's going to be so much more seamless. Susan, the CEO of YouTube, I always butcher her last name, Wojcicki. I'm telling you right now, this is, yeah, George, you need to go check out, come over here on YouTube, George, if you can. You got to go check out Taste This with Frank Gallo. He's got a great channel. He is a born and bred, he's a through and through Italiano. He's a paisano, and he knows his stuff. So you got to go check out Taste This with Frank Gallo. That's his channel right there. Taste This with Frank Gallo. You see, Frank, you hang out with the best, you're going to get a shout out. Love you, man. It's so good to see you. So I mean, this is the best time to start. This is the best time to start. Content is king. Content is king. You have to earn people's trust, but first they need to know who you are. They need to be aware of you. And how do you make people aware of you? I truly believe it's worked in my business. It's worked with my brand, creating amazing content, the best that you can. Don't let the tech get in the way. Create amazing content. If you have any questions, there is a questionnaire form in the pinned comment. Just fill that out, please. It takes 2 seconds. It's only a couple of questions. Please make sure that you fill that out, and I will get to your questions. But getting back to Mac really quickly, so there's a brand new iMac. I'm on an iMac right now. There's a brand new iMac, and the colors I'm not crazy about. I'm probably just going to get the silver one. But, I don't know. Maybe Lewis or all the tech guys, Luis, can jump in here and talk about this. PC Tech. I'd love to hear what PC Tech has to say. What is it about this M1 chip? Well, the way that they're hyping it up, it's going to boost your productivity by like 100x. It's like one of the fastest processors, of all time. And, it's going to be able to really increase your productivity, your workflow, etc. I have already pre-ordered my iMac. I'm going to get that as soon as possible. We've got AirTags that just came out, which is this really cool kind of device. Not too expensive, by the way. I was kind of surprised. Not too expensive, talking about, Apple, because Apple usually is really, I don't know. They can kind of elevate their margins to kind of ridiculous degrees. So AirTags, which are really cool, which are these little like kind of devices that you can attach to like your wallet or whatever, and you can track it. Your kid maybe. I don't know. Hey, Gary Cantrell is in the house. Brian, good to see you, Brian. Rugi says, so between Spotify and YouTube, which would benefit an artist more? I love this, Rugi. When you say artist, are you saying musical artist? I'd love to hear more context on that. Gary Cantrell says, my $670 M1 Mac Mini smokes my 3000 16-inch wow MacBook Pro. I can't believe it. So we got pure testimony right here from another amazing creator. You see, guys, when you come to a Nez Nation live stream, when you come hang out with the best online community on planet Earth, bringing more humanness to this digitalness, you don't just get me, who's been in the online game for over 2 decades. You're getting this amazing community of individuals, content creators, business owners, executives, professionals, live streamers, podcasters, video creators, YouTubers. The creator economy, the gig economy, it's here. It's never been a better time than to be a part of this awesome community. It's never been a better time than to put yourself out there. I'm saying it's a necessity. I'm not even saying you should do it or think about it. I'm saying it's a necessity. Don't forget this. If COVID has taught us anything, it's that adaptation is a must. I go back to Charles Darwin. Please listen to this, Nez Nation. Everybody thinks, if you don't know who Charles Darwin is, Charles Darwin wrote The Origin of Species, basically the godfather of, the theory of evolution, okay? And I'm not getting religious or anything like that. This is just pure facts. Listen to this part. So we're talking about species, how species survive through the changing habitats, landscapes, conditions. Most people think it's survival of the fittest. Give me a 1 in the chat if you've heard survival of the fittest. Give me a 1 in the chat. Say, yep, I've heard of survival of the fittest. That's what it's all about. It's all about me strong, me dominate, me alpha, me take over, me pass on my genes. Give me a 1 in the chat if you've heard survival of the fittest. Everybody thinks that Darwin and the survival of, through the years. Okay, I see a lot of 1s. Jürgen right there. I see Lewis with a 1. So a lot of people putting 1s. Okay, Rugi, I'm going to get to your question. In just a second. Thank you, Rugi. I appreciate it. If you could fill out the questionnaire over here on YouTube, I would really appreciate it. But you can stay hanging out on Facebook. That's not a problem. Nice to have you here with us. I really appreciate you, Rugi. And let me know how you discovered us. Are you on my Facebook business page? I'd love that. So Brian gives it a 1. Luis gives it a 1. Okay, so I see a lot of 1s. Thank you. Thank you for responding. Survival of the fittest is only mentioned 3 times in The Origin of Species. You know what's mentioned 88 times? Adaptation. So when I say it's a necessity, why do you think Hollywood is so threatened by Amazon Prime, Netflix, and all these companies? Why do you think Amazon owns the entire world practically? Why do you think JCPenney, Tommy Hilfiger, or Abercrombie and Fitch, all these brick and mortar retail stores? Retail is slowly, just literally, it's deteriorating. It's becoming extinct. It's becoming extinct, you could almost say. Because this is where it's all happening. I'm not doing this just for kicks and giggles. I'm lucky because I love doing this. I love doing this. I was born to help. It's in my DNA. It's in my blood. I was born to do this. And when you have purpose, nothing can stop you. Not haters, not your family, not your neighbors. The entire world could be against me. I ain't never gonna stop. I'm very lucky, but this is an intelligent decision for somebody who is a professional, somebody who wants to, be relevant, somebody who wants to be understood as somebody who is a thought leader, somebody who wants to create a presence, attract the right people. And not even it's not about fame. It's not about notoriety. It's just about relevancy. That's what it's about. So it's a necessity. When you hear this word personal branding, yes, I run an agency with my wife. It's a personal branding consulting agency where we help executives, professionals, and business owners brand themselves online. The whole premise of this channel is helping you to grow your impact and income online, because that's where everything is happening. And so I'm telling you right now, this is where it's happening. This is where you need to be. You need to be top of mind, because your competitors, the people who are competing for that job, competing for your customers, competing for your clients, they're doing this. And if you're not, it's just, I'm not trying to be doom and gloom, but you're going to be left behind. I promise you, you're going to be left behind. So this is why it's so important. Politics Made Simple, good to see you. Taste This with Frank Gallo. J Blam in the house. Okay, Rugi says, found you on YouTube. I've improved my presenting skills through your YouTube channel. And well, thank you so much, Rugi. Okay, so Rugi, you said what's better, YouTube or Spotify? Why not both? I would say why not both? I'm on Spotify. I'm on YouTube. I'm not a musical artist, but I'm on Instagram. Now, where do I have my focus? My focus primarily, where I'm really seeing the most traction, is my podcast, my live stream, and my YouTube content. But I have a Facebook business page. I'm on Instagram. Instagram is really a great conversation starter. Twitter is a great conversation starter. As far as content and branding and really putting yourself out there, YouTube, number one, podcasting, live stream, and LinkedIn is great too. Although, LinkedIn is a different ecosystem, so you have to be very, very savvy. It's the same thing with YouTube. You got to be very savvy on what's happening on those platforms. What do the audiences want? It's all about service mindset. And another thing too, Rugi, I hope I'm saying that right. Is it Rugi or Rugi? Give me a 1 if it's Rugi. Give me a 2 if it's Rugi. I really appreciate that. By the way, guys, if you're just joining us, you're watching Office Hours with yours truly. I am your personal branding coach. I run an agency with my wife where we help professionals, executives, online business owners, content creators earn more, grow faster, and stress less. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button. I would really, really appreciate it. Okay, thank you so much. So it's oh crap, I forgot which one was 1 and 2. I'm just going to call you RZ because I like RZ. RZ is in the house. Okay, RZ is in the house. So thank you so much, Frank. I really appreciate that. Frank says, if you have any problems with your channel or just need advice and coaching, Nez is worth every penny. Thank you so much, Frank. I really appreciate that. So RZ, here's the really important question to answer your question. And by the way, there is a pinned questionnaire in the comments. I would love it if you could. Okay, so we got a question. Fantastic. I would love it if you would ask your question here on the questionnaire. We got a question from Jay, and I'm going to get to your question in just a second. Fantastic. So just to really address your question in the most realistic way, RZ, the most realistic way that I can address your question is this. Where is your audience? Who are the people that are going to be best served by your music? Who are the people that are going to be best served by your content? Who are the people that when I say who are the people, not just like it's Nancy and Jay or Nancy and Joe, I'm saying who are these people? How old are they? What's their income? What's their background? Demographics. And then really get deep into what's known in the business world as psychographics. What are their interests? This is the most important part of knowing your audience. What are they all about? What are their behaviors, their patterns, their hobbies? What are their feelings towards things? What are their challenges? What are their problems? What are their joys? What brings them happiness? What brings them sadness? Getting into the heart. I call psychographics. I've been teaching this in my business classes because, I am a professor, by the way. I don't just call myself Professor Nez, although all of you can call me Nez because all my friends call me Nez. It's really important to understand that you need to get into the heart, deep into the chest of who your audience is. And if those people live on Spotify, then go on Spotify. If those people are on YouTube, then go on YouTube. And so find out where these people dwell, get into the comments, engage with them, be a human being. Don't try to sell them or pitch them. Just create dope, awesome content and go where they are, produce it and distribute it where they are, and then do that consistently. Put your head down, put in a lot of work, because this isn't easy. I'm telling you right now, I mean, I have to say this. Seti is in the house. Good to see you, Seti. I love it. Seti is in the house. So far, so good. The camera seems to be looking pretty good. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, Jurgen. You got to be there Tuesday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. Tuesday at 11 Pacific time, which is 2 p.m. Eastern time, we are having the great Benji Travis on the Nez Nation live stream podcast. Did you guys know that we have a podcast? It's the #1 personal branding podcast on Apple and Spotify. We have over 108 5-star reviews, more than any other personal branding podcast. So we're #1 in our niche. You got to go check that out. Yes, we're definitely going to have Benji on the show. I'm very excited about that. He's going to talk about how to monetize and how to make money on YouTube. Absolutely. Tuesday, April, what is that? That would be April 27th. So Tuesday, April 27th at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure you hit that reminder. As a matter of fact, the video is on my channel. It's a planned live, so make sure you go click a reminder on that. And we're going live on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. I think we're live on Twitter as well, but I don't know what's happening with Twitter. I'm still not sure if I'm using the Sony ZV-1. Luis, the Sony ZV-1. And I'm scared to death that it's going to shut down any second now because of overheating, because I was having some problems. Lewis was nice enough to help me out. Absolutely, Lewis. Can't stop, won't stop. Lewis was nice enough to help me out. We got in a long FaceTime call. He's an amazing Mr. Fix-It dude. He's helped me so much, but I'm still worried. I don't know. I'm just nervous. I hope it's so far so good. So knock on wood. I'll knock on wood right now. Yo, RZ, are you still here? RZ, are you still here in the chat? Have you guys hit that like button, by the way? I hope you've hit that like button by now, because I would really, really appreciate it. But yeah, that's the deal, RZ. That's the deal. And this goes for everybody. I hope this brings value to the whole room. It's all about making sure, okay, that you go where your audience is. You got to go where your audience is. And where are they? That's the key. Now, I think there's no problem. With, being in both places at the same time. A lot of people are going to say this to you. I'm going to get to your questions. Fill out that questionnaire form in the chat. And I have a backup. I have my webcam just in case. And we have a question from Jay Milano. Jay Blam. I'm going to get to your question. Leave your questions in that questionnaire form in the pinned comment. What was I going to say? Oh, you're going to hear this all the time. You're going to hear people say, don't spread yourself too thin. You're going to hear people say that. Don't be in too many places at the same time. You know what? You need to be in a lot of places at the same time. I'm sorry. But it also depends on this. It depends on how bad you want it. Okay? And also, you need to think about, there's a lot of things to think about. I was trying to get to this earlier. Like, this is not easy. You got to think of this like building a business from scratch. It's not complicated, but it's definitely not easy. There is no fast track. There is no hack. There is no gimmick. There is no tip strategy that's going to get you to $1 million and coconuts and yachts, as I like to say. The coconuts and yachts mentality, throw that out the window. You guys know deep in your heart that that's just BS. Nothing good is going to come the easy way. The easy way is just going to lead to disaster. It's going to come from my man Gary Cantrell is in the chat right now. And one of the best phrases of all time, hard work always wins. Am I right, GC? GC is in the house. Yeah, Gary, I have the temperature set on high, but I'm still nervous. I'm still nervous. You're welcome, RZ. You are welcome. Okay, so if they live more on YouTube than Spotify, then focus on YouTube. But I would still say you can do both. I would still say you can do both. That's what I would say. Yeah, I'm going to get the A7. I'm kind of more of a Sony dude, Seti. I like the Sony cameras. I like the Sony brand. I have other Sony products, but that's just me personally. I think the Canon M50 is fantastic, and I recommended it to Frank, who's in the chat right now. The Canon M50 is fantastic. I'm just more personally a Sony dude. Probably because I've just really, again, this is branding. They have a better reputation with me, just with me, and not anything against Canon or anything like that, but no, it's not necessary for a music artist to have an agency, but I would say be smart about your partnerships. Be smart about, signing anything or collaborating with anybody. Just be intelligent about that because, it would help with your PR and your distribution and your branding and marketing, but you don't need to be your own agency. Just be smart about who you partner with. That's all. This is not easy. It takes a lot of hard work. Steve Goodger, SG is in the house. Good to see you. Steve Goodger. Am I delaying right now? Is it on delay? Let's see if I can do anything to fix that. I apologize if it's on delay. I don't want it to be on delay. Let's see here. Okay, I don't want it to be on delay. Let me know if it's still delaying. Too many voices. Too many voices. What does that mean? Is there some kind of delay or what's going on, guys? Let me know. It could be on your end, RZ. At least I hope it is. But let me know how the audio is coming in. Let me know if if RZ is saying that there's too many voices and that it's on delay. Let me know if anybody else. Okay, Day One says it sounds good to me. It could be on your end. Maybe you have a couple of windows open at the same time, RZ. It could be on your end. Yeah, you're absolutely welcome. And by the way, here's another reason why I love our Nez Nation family. We've got Gary Cantrell, we've got Luis, we've got Lewis, we've got Frank, we've got all these amazing individuals. We got Day One Adventures. Too many to even count. We've got so many people here in the chat. Like Seti, congratulations, brother, because Seti just passed. What did you just pass? It was a huge milestone. Was it 200,000? I can't remember. Let me know. Stream is buttery. Thank you so much, GC. I appreciate that. You just passed a major milestone, which I'm so proud of you, Seti. Seti has an amazing, amazing channel. Let me know what that number was because I was just blown away. I was just absolutely blown away by your accomplishment, dude. And this is not easy. YouTube is a very difficult game. Okay, it took me years to get even 1,000 subscribers. And it's not even about subscribers. It's really about views, watch time, and community. That's really the metric that matters, especially with brands and deals. But, YouTube gives us these milestones like play buttons and gold and silver and whatever. They should give a bronze for 10,000 because your boy is about to pass 10,000 subscribers. And y'all know we're going to have an amazing giveaway. We're going to have an amazing show celebrating 10,000 subscribers. I've worked my butt off. I started 2020 with, I think, 2,500 or 3,000. And I'm about to cross 10,000 subscribers. I worked my butt off this year, really hyper-focusing on YouTube. But again, the views are really the most important, the watch time, and that has gone up very, very significantly. 230,000 subscribers for my man Seti. Give him a huge emoji in the chat. Give him a huge thumbs up. Okay, I am going to get on to the question at hand because I want to get to this. So, Jay Milano, are you still here, Jay Blam? I would love to know if you're still here because he asks an amazing question. And don't forget that your questions can be answered by going inside the questionnaire form, filling that out. I'm going to type this in the chat and bring this up. This is Jay Milano's question. What a fantastic question indeed. So Jay Milano, a.k.a. Jay Blam. I love that channel name, by the way, Jay Blam. Says, how can I use my voice to spread knowledge when others disagree? Wow. This is a great question, Jay. I absolutely love this question. And I think you're speaking about something that is even bigger than you might even realize. Excuse me. Okay, Jay Blam is still here. First of all, it depends on what kind of knowledge, okay? I'm going to start micro and then I'll go macro. I'll go big. First of all, it starts on what it really depends on what kind of knowledge. If you're sharing legal advice, health advice, political advice, or knowledge or what have you, and it does not, adhere to sort of the regulating consensus, that could be an issue because YouTube and all these other platforms will come down on you because they take all their guidance from regulatory bodies. So if you're doing something like an Alex Jones, which his channel got deleted, I don't want to see that happen to you. Just be very careful. You can still, do what you got to do as long as it's within, and I don't know that much about it, so I'm just going to be completely honest with you. I'm not super knowledgeable about that. I don't talk about politics or health or anything like that. I do talk about anxiety and mindset, but from my own perspective and from somebody who's been studying the mind for over 2 decades and somebody who's gone through debilitating anxiety and depression as a young man. And so I love sharing my knowledge of what I've learned and how I've been able to overcome my own anxieties and my own depression. And so I do talk a lot about that. But so that's number one. It does depend on that. But here's what I think is even more important discussing what you're talking about, which is so important, is most people are off come the glasses. Nez is going to get into it now. Most people are very reticent to share, very apprehensive, and they're stopped. They stop themselves from sharing because of haters or because people disagree with them or because people, and it can be really detrimental. I'm telling you right now, I know where you're coming from. I know exactly where you're coming from. If this is the case, Jay, I don't know if this is the case, but if this is the case, I want to talk about this anyway. Anytime you have something to say, anytime you are being bold and you're seeking the truth and you're trying to communicate something that's coming from your heart, it's something that you truly believe in. I don't care how right you are in the sense of evidence and backed by data or backed by actual, peer review or whatever. There's always going to be detractors. There's always going to be people. There's always going to be haters. Okay. It's just going to happen. There's no way of avoiding that. Anytime you have the audacity to believe in yourself and you have the courage to put yourself out there, you're going to experience this. And I know creators, because I'm a creator, we're very sensitive people. And whether we like to admit it or not, it affects us. It does. It affects us. The key is to not let it stick. You don't want to let it stick because when it sticks, it's let me just put it this way. It's superhuman to be affected by haters and trolls. What is completely in your power, okay? Because we're human. It's natural to feel the sting of a hater or troll or what have you. What gives you thick skin is understanding that, this is none of these comments, none of these people can live in your brain, can live and stop you unless you give it consent first. Understanding your power. If you really listen to what I just said there, it's completely human to feel pain, but suffering is a choice. Pain is inevitable. You cannot live a life as a human being and not experience pain. Pain is absolutely inevitable, but suffering is a choice. There's a difference there. What arises is out of your control. How you interpret it, how you analyze it, how you absorb it is completely in your power. Like my man Gandhi said, I don't let anybody with muddy footprints walk through my mind. You have complete power over that. So this takes practice. We don't teach this in school. They don't teach this at the university. They'll teach you all sorts of useless information that has nothing to do with anything. Then they'll give you a piece of paper and then nobody will hire you. Don't even get me started on education. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is a choice. I have a ton of videos on my channel about this if you want to go check it out. But I hope that helps. I hope that makes sense. I would say as long as you make sure what the knowledge you're sharing is backed, okay, by either, a strong conviction, because you're entitled to your opinion. Nobody has to listen to you, or backed by, people in your industry, people in your field, you go get them, boy. You go get them and don't let anybody stop you. Don't let anybody stop you. You go and share that knowledge because there's a lot of people who can appreciate it. I promise you. I hope that makes sense, Jay Blam. Thank you, Day One Adventures. Oh, man, you're 16. I love it, Jay Blam. I appreciate every word from you, Nez. Truly motivating. I'm 60. I'm learning the way life works. They don't teach this stuff in school, Jay. They don't teach this stuff in school. They just don't. Thank you, Darlene. It's so great to see you here. They don't teach this stuff in school. They just don't. They just do not. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Seti. Yeah, it's so funny, Seti. Seti says, you're next, my friend. If I knew, what I know now back then, I wouldn't be crossing 10,000 subscribers. I truly feel I'd be crossing 1 million subscribers. But I started my YouTube channel all wrong in 2016. And I'm very honest about this on Clubhouse. I've started brand new channels that are doing phenomenally well, okay? And I manage other channels and I consult other channels. I just started YouTube all wrong. And so, my channel is kind of a slow and steady. It's the turtle. It's the tortoise. And the tortoise will eventually win the race. And I'm not worried about it one bit because I will get 7 billion subscribers because YouTube isn't going anywhere. YouTube's getting bigger and I ain't never going to stop until my last breath. And y'all know that. So, Jay, I hope that helps. By the way, if you have any questions, so far the camera's doing great. If you're new and you're just joining us, you're watching Office Hours with yours truly. I am your personal branding coach, Professor Nez. We go live every single Sunday at 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure that you hit that big thumbs up. Hit that like button. If you have any questions, leave them in the pinned questionnaire in the form. We got another question here. And by the way, before I get to Frank, are you still here, by the way? I love Frank. Frank is still in the house. And before I get to Frank's question, which I love, this is a great question right here. I want to button up the whole Apple thing. So I wanted to talk about the Apple products. Can you see how the background's getting darker? Because I've got my key light here, but I've got natural light coming from the window. I didn't want it to be totally dark. So if you see different, it's kind of cool. I kind of like the effect. Some people would say that's a total YouTube no-no or a content creation no-no. I don't care. I love it. Thank you so much, Jürgen. I appreciate that. Yeah, I am curious how many people in the chat, what are your thoughts on the new M1? Obviously, we got great testimony from GC, Gary Cantrell. Gary, if you're still in the house, big fist bump to you, sir. But yeah, I am curious, what do you guys think? Because I know there's a lot of tech people in the chat, and what do you think I should get? I'm going to get the new iMac because I still have a 2018 iMac, and I love it, but it's run its course. Actually, it might even be a 2017. No, it's a 2018 iMac. What do you guys think of the AirTags? What do you guys think of the new iPad Pro? I could care less about the 1080p webcam. I mean, come on. If you don't have an external camera at this point, give me a break. But I mean, it is cool. I'll test it out. I'll see what it looks like. It might be easy for streaming if it is a true 1080p. But yeah, I'm really, really interested in your comments. Jürgen says M1 is the best thing on the market. Wow, according to reviews. Yeah, I love that. Absolutely true. Seti made so many mistakes, but that's life. It's a journey. Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, I'd be really, really curious to hear what your thoughts are because, I'm Apple all the way. I'm Mac all the way. And so I'm planning on definitely purchasing a lot of those brand new products, probably the new MacBook Pro when that comes out, and definitely the iMac because I got to upgrade my iMac for sure. Okay, we've got a question from Frank. Frank, are you still here? Frank asks this question right here. Again, if you have a question, fill out the questionnaire form in the pinned comment down below. So Frank asks, what makes a thumbnail pop? I love this. And we've got some amazing creators in the house that could add to this. Oh, we could definitely add to this. Seti says getting the M1 Mini is an additional workstation, but I do everything on the Beast, the PC. Yeah, you're my brother. And I think so does Lewis. If Lewis is still here, Lewis says going mobile. Yes, Frank is still here. Okay, Day One Adventures. Thinking of trading in my iPad Air for the new Pro. Yeah, I mean, dude, you want to talk about branding. There's nobody there's no company out there that can brand like Apple. I mean, they just know how to brand, right? And their events are like rock star events. It's amazing. Seti says he's device agnostic, so for me, it's all about the best. Yeah. And look at this, Tech for Your Needs, a.k.a. Luis. Luis has been with me since day one, since Periscope live streaming days, 2015. I mean, we're talking 6-7 years ago, guys. Wow. And I'm just so proud of you, Luis, and thank you for being here. You're here on such a regular basis, and you've been with me since the beginning of my sort of content creation, live streaming in the new era. I mean, I monetized a blog on MySpace. That's how old I am. I just dated myself. You know, I've been in the online space, social media marketing forever, but it wasn't until really Periscope and these big companies started coming out, and Facebook and YouTube and all these companies were doing live streaming. That's when I kind of switched over to these other social media platforms, and I've just been a steamroller ever since. Okay, so look at the question on the screen right now. Frank is still in the house. Frank says, how do you really make a thumbnail pop? Okay, so this is something that I talked about on Twitter. And if you've been with me on Clubhouse, you've heard me mention that I spend days on thumbnails, and I still think I suck. I'm trying so hard to get better and better at thumbnails. And it's really, what really makes a thumbnail pop is really individual. It's subjective for each channel. But I think there are some fundamentals, okay? And so some of the fundamentals are making sure that the thumbnail is not just about you. The thumbnail is about creating intrigue, creating curiosity, telling a story, and it needs to be clickable. You have to understand this. Your thumbnail needs to be clickable. I don't care how good and actually thumbnails, aka the packaging of your YouTube videos or your Facebook, LinkedIn. I mean, you've got thumbnails on all different platforms, even IGTV, the cover of your IG videos, your Instagram videos. If that doesn't attract them, I don't care how good your video is, they're not going to watch your video. So the thumbnail is essentially the most important aspect of your content creation and your video marketing, especially your YouTube channel. So what makes a thumbnail pop, beyond just, bright colors and huge bold text in the YouTube face. That's my YouTube face. You want to see my YouTube face? Okay, I'll stop. It's fun to make those faces, though. I kind of like the YouTube face. Understand your audience, understand who they are, understand what they want, what creates that intrigue, what creates that curiosity. And the best way to do it is to not, overthink it. Don't overthink it, and don't reinvent the wheel. Holy macadamia nut, we got a rock star in the house. Jessica Hatch, Gone to the Snow Dogs, is in the house. She has an amazing channel. I love her dogs. Just the most gorgeous dog. She creates amazing content. Good to see you, Jessica. Thank you for being here. By the way, our Dobie puppy is doing phenomenal. My wife actually, does this happen with dog owners? I'm like shocked by this. Sorry, Frank, I'll come back to your thumbnail question. Does this happen with dog owners? My wife is now cooking food for the dog. I mean, are you kidding me? Like our Dobie, his name's Blue. He didn't like the dog food that we were giving him. And so I don't know if she searched this online or something. She started boiling chicken and I don't mean to put my wife on blast here, but I'm just like, are you kidding me right now? You're cooking for the dog? Hello, what in the world is going on here? And it's not something that is going on every day, but it's hilarious to me. Look at this. Jessica says, yep, my entire channel is dedicated to cooking food for my dogs. Holy macadamia nut. Walter is in the house. Good to see you, Walter. SETI has some great advice. Stand out in your niche. Before publishing, look at the direct competition and see what your thumbnail does alongside theirs. That is brilliant advice. And Frank, I think I've told you this, but I love your question because it's such a good question. And by the way, if you have a question in the pinned comment, you will see the questionnaire form. Please feel free to fill that out, and I'll get to your question in the pinned comment. And make sure when you're coming in here, you hit that like button. hit that like button. Make sure if you're interested in learning how to grow your impact and income online, subscribe. I don't want you to subscribe unless you're interested in the content that I create. If you're not, you don't need to subscribe. Oh yeah, totally, Jessica. Yeah, my wife is doing TikToks now with the Blue, and she's getting massive views. Massive views. I mean, for us, not like Gone to the Snow Dogs views. Oh my God, that is so funny. My dog eats better than my husband. Oh, that's what I'm getting at. That's exactly what I'm getting at. Oh my God, that's exactly what I'm getting at. I'm like, wait a minute, honey, you used to cook for me. What in the world is going on here? I guess we just get too obsessed with our dogs and it's like all over. See you later, husband. Holy macadamia nut. That's what I'm afraid of, Jessica. You just confirmed my deepest, darkest fear. I love this. And by the way, Jessica, throw in your tips too, because Jessica is an amazing creator. Go check out her channel. See, you guys, you don't just get me, who's been in this game for 2 decades. Look at this awesome Nez Nation family. Look at these people. These are amazing creators, business owners, professionals, content creators. I mean, I'm losing my voice. I'm so passionate and excited about this. Luis has some great advice here. Evoke emotion. That is the key to a good thumbnail. That is going to make the viewer think, should I watch this video? Yeah, so this is what I mean by, I tweeted this recently, and it goes to Seti's point about looking at, what are the videos that are ranking for, your content, your topic, your theme and title. You need to differentiate yourself in the position, differentiate yourself in the feed. That's what you need to do. So Frank, here's the best advice. I test this all the time. So there was, and I'll give you a perfect case study. There was a video that I was interested in watching, and I searched on YouTube, and all the ranking videos had very similar colors. You could almost tell that they went to this YouTube school. Maybe they all went to the same course on thumbnails. Bright colors, pastel, neon green, neon purple, fuchsia, and huge bold text and the YouTube face, right? They all blended in. They all thought they were standing out, but they all blended in. And there was this one video that made me click on it. I look at my own behavior too. Look at your own behavior as well. What makes you click on a thumbnail? Put yourself in the viewer's position. Put yourself on the consumer's position, in their perspective. There was one video that stood out to me. The thumbnail was all black and white, monochromatic, and even the text was like a dark shade gray. And there was no YouTube face, but there was a face on there, but it was very subtle. And she was in black and white too. It made me click on that video. Now, if you buy all these courses, and I'm not saying these courses aren't effective, but if you hear the sort of conventional wisdom on thumbnails, and I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. What is the conventional wisdom that you guys have heard about thumbnails? Because for me, it's always been big, bright, bold colors, big, bright, bold text, and YouTube face, and eyes and faces. Experiment. Sometimes you don't need a face, especially if you're a cooking channel. Because Frank, I know you do Italian cuisine. If you look at some of the most popular, most viewed cooking channels, the food is front and center. Like Jessica, I don't think Jessica puts her face in too many of her thumbnails. The dogs take front and center. Their dogs are gorgeous, by the way. I mean, gorgeous. They do look like they eat like royalty. They look fantastic. I mean, their fur is shiny, and it's almost like they just glow. These dogs literally glow. I'm so jealous of these dogs already. I'm going to be jealous of Blue too, my dog. Jessica says, and listen to this, guys. She knows what she's talking about. Thumbnail tips. Simple, less is best. Lose the clutter. Yes, A and B test all the time, even on older videos. And I can attest to this. I work on Saturdays and Sundays and pretty much every day of the week. Guess what I was doing yesterday, Jessica, and everybody here? Yesterday, I was just combing through some videos that I knew were awesome videos for my audience. And I looked at the click-through rates. And these were videos that were less than 3 months or 6 months old. Because, if it's more than 6 months, I'm not saying you can't change the thumbnails. Go ahead and do that. But I just let bygones be bygones. And I'm going to keep creating I'm going to keep creating content and move forward anyway. But what was interesting is I changed I looked at the CTR, which is the click-through rate, and if it was below 5 or below 10%, well, not below 10%. If it's below like 6 or 7%, especially if it had a really kind of pronounced low CTR, guess what I was doing yesterday? I was changing the thumbnails. Thumbnails, I loved creating thumbnails. So I was creating and designing thumbnails and switching them out on those older videos. And so I was really, and guess what? I'm living proof that this works. I noticed that the CTR rate went up. And this is not just yesterday. I do this all the time. And so what Jessica is saying, A and B test, it's good to have several thumbnails on hand. For every video you do, have a couple of backups. And I know Mr. Beast does this too. And so really powerful stuff. So make sure that you check that out. But again, just to get you to really understand this and understand, Frank, how it really works is you don't have to reinvent the wheel. So make sure that you look at what other people are doing. Look what's working, and then don't copy them, obviously. Just put your spin on them. Just put your own perspective on them and see what you can do. Be inspired by them and see how you can stand out in the feed. I hope that makes sense. Yes, absolutely. Day One Adventures. YouTube Face Challenge on TikTok is next. Exactly. Hey, if you're just joining us, welcome to the show. This is Office Hours with yours truly, and you can ask me anything you want. There's a pinned questionnaire in the comments down below. We've already hit the 60-minute mark here for the show. So even if I don't get to your question, I'm so glad the camera lasted, you guys. Even if I don't get to your question this week, don't be afraid to leave a question in there because it's first come, first serve, and I will answer your question next week, okay? So please make sure that you leave your question in there, and I will gleefully answer your question. It's so awesome having you all here. It really makes me so proud. Love the Nez Nation family. You guys absolutely rock. Hey, Frank, are you still here? Did that help at all? I hope that helped. Let me know if you're still here. We have some great people here in the chat. Walter, did you pass your major milestone? Making thumbnails is my favorite. You know what? I'm the same way, Walter. I am the same way. I'm not even kidding you. See, you have to also love the process. I mean, you don't have to love the process, but it certainly helps because it's so important. I mean, my wife makes fun of me all the time. My wife will say to me, what are you doing? You're still working on thumbnails? It's, first of all, it's super important. Okay. And don't be afraid to ask your audience too. I do this all the time in community posts. I do it in, Instagram polls or LinkedIn polls or on Twitter. Which thumbnail do you like best? And you'll get some amazing feedback, especially if you've got a great community somewhere, and you're connected to great people. Don't be afraid to go directly to your audience. Say, hey, which one of these thumbnails would you click on and why? I mean, you can get some great feedback. I do that all the time. But yeah, Walter, I'm the same way. I love it. So happy to have you here. Oh my God. Not yet at 95,000. Oh my God. I absolutely love it. That is so cool. Congratulations, dude. I mean, I'm so proud of you, brother. I am so proud of you. That's just killer. That's just absolutely killer. I'm so proud of you, man. I'm so proud of you. I can't wait. Are you going to have some kind of, celebration? You got to have some kind of celebration. Are you going to have some kind of celebration when you're, when you get to that? I hope you do. You got to have some kind of celebration when you hit that, when you hit that 100,000 mark. I mean, you just have to. And so, I really hope that you do that because I want to be there. I totally want to be there. If you do, I would love to see you there. You got to have some kind of celebration. You just have to. You're absolutely welcome, Walter. That's a huge, I mean, think about that. 100,000 subscribers. Like that's insane. That's an amazing milestone, brother. That's an amazing milestone. That is not to be scoffed at. And so, oh, really? Wow. Walter says, I'm doing a $1,000 giveaway. Okay, I'm there. I could use $1,000. Boy, you really know how to incentivize. Do you want to talk about marketing and branding? Walter, you're a genius. Fantastic, dude. Oh my God, that's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Okay, I need to be there. So let me know when is the time and day. Let me know when exactly you were there, because I would absolutely love to be there. You need to let me know. You need to plan that, brother. You need to totally plan that. That is awesome. Good for you, dude. Congratulations. You see, you guys, I keep trying to tell you, when you come to a Nez Nation live stream, you don't just get me, who's been in this game forever, but you get this amazing, I mean, look at all these amazing creators. Look at Jessica, Luis, Lewis, Walter, Seti, if you're still here. I mean, you get all these amazing people. It's just absolutely fantastic. Imad, good to see you. Content writer, Imad on YouTube. Great to see you. If you're coming in, make sure you smash that smash button and make sure that you hit that like button and make sure that you subscribe. Let's see if we have any other questions in our questionnaire form here. I love hanging out with you guys. Okay, actually, Imad asked a question. Good to see you, Imad, as always. Imad asked a question, kind of a long question, but I'd love to get to it. And by the way, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the chat. Leave your question in the, I'm sorry, not in the chat, because the chat goes and I always miss it. It's nice to have it. The reason I have you guys fill out the questionnaire, it's just a very simple couple of questions. Your channel name, brand, and your question. Very, very simple. Is because it helps me organize it. It just helps me organize it. So please leave your question in the chat. We're passing the 60-minute mark. I'd love to go on for a little bit longer. I do have a client meeting coming up, but I love hanging out with you guys, and I'm so grateful. I really mean this, you guys. I'm so grateful to have you guys here. It means the absolute world to me. I really appreciate you guys being here. You guys inspire me as much as I hope that you're getting inspired from myself and from everybody here in the chat and from this entire channel. And so I just really am excited to see you guys. I love hanging out with you guys. Let's put Imad's question here in the chat, and I will bring that up here. As a content marketer, I need to constantly conduct online surveys to help them feel great. Which is the ideal platform to engage with startup owners? Let's see here. Okay, I'm going to bring it up here. Hey, Professor Nez, as a content marketer, I need to, and by the way, all you amazing business owners and content creators in the chat, feel free to chime in as well. That's what I love about this. We're a community. We're all here to help each other. So I love that. As a content marketer, I need to constantly conduct online surveys to read customer sentiment on how my products and services can help them feel great. Which is the ideal platform to engage with startup owners, entrepreneurs, so that I can eventually come up with tailored solutions? Well, where are the entrepreneurs? Here's the right question to ask, Imad, and this is going to help you. Where are because startup owners and entrepreneurs is too general. There's billions, millions of startup owners and entrepreneurs. There's so many out there. But if you can niche it down, okay, like, tech startups, okay, or e-commerce startups, or whatever startup business, a retail startup, a cooking startup, a finance investment startup. I mean, there's so many, but niche it down. This is what I would do. Focus it. Who are the startup owners? Who are the people who can actually get a lot out of your content and actually get a lot out of your solutions? What is the problem that you have the solution for, and then discover who exactly that solution is tailored to. And then you'll be able to decide which platform or where to go to ask these questions. Let me know if that makes sense, Imad. I'd love to hear from other people in the chat. And I got to put on my glasses because I'm old. Very cool. Brian is still in the house, says, I just signed up to your channel. We'll be watching your content. Yeah, baby. Yeah, and Walter, correct me if I'm wrong, but you grew to 100,000, or almost about to grow to 100,000. Yeah, you're right, Lewis. The ZV-1 held up. I'm so happy. You have no idea. I've got like Willie Nelson tunes going off in my head right now. I've got cartwheels in my chest. I'm so excited that the ZV-1 held up. Walter, correct me if I'm wrong, because you're like kind of, I need to bring you on the channel one of these days, as a matter of fact. Maybe next week. If you're around, Walter, I would love to bring you up, because we're going to probably, I would like to take as many questions as I can. As I said, I do have a client meeting coming up pretty soon, so I won't be able to hang out too much longer. You're absolutely welcome, Imad. So Imad, if it has to do with, really narrow that down, what specific type of startup entrepreneur is it? And then, like, for example, if it's a B2B, startup or business owner, then I would say LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the number one place for B2B. Even though everything is kind of turning into direct to consumer anyway, B2B, B2C, it doesn't really matter. It's really H to H, human to human. But, really identify that, and that's going to take you exactly where you need to go. It's the perfect map quest to exactly who your target niche is and the platforms that harvest those clients and customers. Yeah, Walter, I need to bring you on the channel, because, correct me if I'm wrong, Walter, I want to ask this question to you, because you've been a fantastic member of the Nez Nation family for a very long time now. You did it. You did your channel. You execute your channel. Okay, you've gotten to this amazing milestone. I mean, even 95,000 is just phenomenal. I mean, you're going to get a silver play button soon, dude. That's awesome. That's a huge accomplishment. I mean, I'm passing 10,000 subscribers soon. I think that's a legitimate, and I work my butt off for that. I think that's a legitimate accomplishment. I'm actually, and I don't really, I never say that either. Like, I'm proud of myself. It almost feels weird saying that, but I'm genuinely, because I bled to the bone on my channel to really grow it as much as I could. Working, staying up till 2 a.m. editing videos, spending days on thumbnails, market research, audience development, keyword research, SEO. I mean, you name it. You absolutely name it. What do you think is the next Sony I should get? Because I'm going to get either the Sony A7 or the S or whatever. I'm going to invest in it. What do you think I should get next, Luis? I'd love to hear from you. But Walter, correct me if I'm wrong, but you achieved this great accomplishment with hardly any technology at all. Am I correct? Like, you don't have fancy audio, fancy camera, fancy lighting. You achieved, which is a testament to the truth. You don't need fancy tech. Nobody needs fancy tech. You don't need fancy lighting. You don't need fancy cameras. You don't need expensive gear to grow and build a brand. You don't need that, correct? Correct me if I'm wrong, Walter. I'd love to hear from you. Lewis is absolutely right. Now I'm going to sneeze just because you said that. I love it. Lewis says, you're not allergic. You must be allergic to webcams. You're not sneezing. Oh, man, Lewis, I love you, brother. I can't wait to one of these days meet you, man. I'm going to give you such a big, gigantic Nez Nation bear hug. Lewis is an absolute sweetheart. I'm so grateful that we met on Clubhouse. And, this is why I'm so, look at Walter. Walter says, just my laptop and 10 months of video every day. He doesn't even have a webcam. I don't even think you have a webcam, right, Walter? You're just using the webcam on your laptop, which just proves, yes, day one adventures, which just proves that technology is not the impediment, because I know most of us, not all of us, not you guys in the chat right now, but maybe you're listening to this on the podcast, watching this on the replay. Please listen to this. If you think it's the technology, is the way to grow, you're dead wrong. If you think that the only thing stopping you is, well, I've got to have a nice camera. Well, I don't have audio. I got to set up my studio. Those are excuses. Walter Wayburn is a perfect antidote to this. You don't need fancy equipment. Look at this. He even says, I don't even edit anything. This guy's got 95,000 subscribers. He doesn't edit. He has no webcam. He has no audio. He has no lighting. He's literally just using his laptop. 95,000 subscribers. It's insane. It feels great to hear about this. Yes. Can you share the link? Just click on his channel right there, Walter Wayburn. Walter, if you want to go ahead and leave your link in the chat, I will definitely allow that. For you, definitely. I want to say something about Lewis real fast. Lewis, if you're still here, give me a yeah in the chat. Lewis is the reason why I hate, Netflix documentaries, or all these different stupid documentaries that say social media is killing us. You're spending too much online. You're not building real relationships. These social networks are a disease. Lewis is the exact reason why I can't stand those documentaries. I can't stand that narrative. Because I have met amazing people. It's just a tool. You can't say that, you can't make a blanketed statement that, all of these platforms are the devil or all of these platforms are the doom of our society. You just can't say that because it's just not true. It's just absolutely not true. I'm living proof. I am living proof that that's not true. And so I've met amazing individuals. I've met amazing people. Some of you guys, I've actually even met you at conferences, VidCon or VidSummit. SETI, I've known for a long time. Some of these amazing, Luis, I've known for a long time. Lewis is somebody who I met recently, on Clubhouse, and we've connected offline, through this technology. We haven't met in person yet, but we're going to. Walter, look at all these amazing people. Imad, Brian I met on Clubhouse. You cannot deny that it's not the tool, it's the individual wielding that tool. These are just tools. Don't blame the product. Don't blame the platform, because all these platforms do is really reveal who you are as a human being. So it's how you wield these tools. That's the difference. Yeah, I actually agree with that too. I totally agree with that. Thank you, Day One Adventures. It's just a tool. Awesome, Walter. So hats off to you. Hats off to you, Lewis. A big fan of yours. And I just, love what you're doing with your channel. Really the way that you carry yourself is really everything. And what Lewis does so well is he's a human being and he carries himself that way. And just, that's all you got to do. Here's the only criteria. You want to know how to grow your brand? You want to know how to grow your clients, grow your customers, grow your presence, grow your thought leadership, build and get subscribers and followers? All you got to do is one thing. Who's ready to hear this one thing? Give me a yeah in the chat. Who's ready to hear this one thing? By the way, if you're just joining us, you're watching Office Hours with yours truly. I am your personal branding coach, Professor Nez. I've been in the online game for over 2 decades, and this show is a hashtag AMA. You can ask me anything. There is a pinned comment that has a live questionnaire, which you can put your questions in there. I don't know if I'm going to take any more questions, but if you leave your question in there, I will definitely get to it, because we go live every single Sunday at 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So make sure that you are here every single Sunday. Make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button. We would really, really appreciate it. So who's ready to hear the number one thing if you want to grow your brand, grow your presence, grow your online strategy, grow your following, grow your subscribers, make more money with this thing called the internet? Who's ready to hear that? Who's ready to hear that? Yeah, I see a lot of yeahs. Okay, Imad, I hear a lot of yeah. Thank you, Imad. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, sir. You're inspiring. You inspire me. Okay, here it is. I'm going to tell you. This is exactly how you grow. This is exactly how you build community. This is how you make the money. All you have to do, there's no tips, there's no strategies, there's no hacks, there's no gimmicks, there's no schemes, there's no razzle-dazzle, there's no smoke and mirrors. If you want to build your personal brand and monetize it, you just have to be one thing and one thing only. You just have to be capital R real. That's it. That's it. Just be a human being. Be real. Be natural. Don't sell. Don't act like this. Today, we're going to talk about how to brand. Make mistakes. Fumble. Pretend that you're having coffee with Nez. Pretend that this is what I do. When I look at that lens and I'm looking right at you, Nez Nation, I pretend that we're hanging out, just having a coffee at a coffee shop. How do you act when you're at a coffee shop? Are you like, I'm going to go get a mochaccino. How about you? You don't talk like that when you're having coffee with your friend. No, you're like, what's up, dude? How you doing? Yeah, I don't know. What's going on YouTube? How you doing on YouTube? Good? Sweet. Well, this is what I'm doing. I'm kind of struggling. You're just having a conversation. That's how you do it. Don't overthink it. You don't have to overthink the content. You don't have to drive yourself crazy trying to be energetic, trying to be positive, trying to be project this or project that. You don't have to do any of that. All you have to do is be capital R real, put your head down, create as much as you can without driving yourself crazy. Mental health is important, as consistently as possible, and it will happen. Think long term. It's a Ironman. It's not even a marathon. It's definitely not a sprint. It's an Ironman. It takes time. If you're committed and you're devoted and you're determined and you've identified your purpose, this is my purpose. This is what I was put on this blue-green earth for. I was meant to do this. I feel it in my bones. I was meant to help and inspire people to get out of, the rut of maybe their job, get out of the rut of struggling with their business online, struggling with their mental capacity. I was born to do this. What were you born to do? Because you were born to do something. That's why I always start with purpose. Purpose, start with your purpose. Audience, understand who your audience is. Message, craft a compelling message that reaches them, and the money will come. I promise you. Here's the funny thing. I never sell anything, yet people constantly buy my stuff. Have I pushed one thing on you guys? Have I asked you to buy anything from me on any live stream at all? I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with selling. Selling is great. But, you need to really build the relationship first. You need to earn that trust first. I don't just go live and say, hey, by the way, guys, I've got a Beyond the Box Academy where I've got unbelievable courses to help you, fast track your content, fast track your brand, fast track your business and your online presence. BeyondTheBoxAcademy.com. If I started the live stream like that, people would be like, I'm out of here. Who is this guy? He's just pitching and selling. No, I build a relationship. I talk, I help, I give, I serve. There's nothing wrong with selling. Hey, Annie, there she is. I was looking for you. Good to see you, Annie. How are you? We're kind of wrapping things up here, but it's great to see you. And by the way, if you have a question, there's a pinned comment in the questionnaire form. I'm not going to probably answer any more questions on this stream. I'm going to wrap it up very soon. But by all means, I would love it if you would leave a question there because we go live every single Sunday. Every single Sunday, 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you leave your question in that questionnaire form, it's first come, first serve. I will get to your question. I promise. I will get to your question. Yeah, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you smash it. Yeah, I hear some yeahs in there. Yes, I love it. Yeah, Frank, there we go. I love it. Great power comes great responsibility. Thank you, Brian. It's awesome to see you, Annie. I thought it was Annette, but you go by Annie on your channel. Is it Annette or Annie? Let me know. Great to see you. Annie is another individual. Living proof that I can't stand these stupid documentaries that say social media is the devil. Social media is evil. No, it's not. It's just not. Annie, I met on Clubhouse as well. And through DMs on Instagram. And so, I'm very, very, I'm just super, super grateful that I met her. And we've talked on Clubhouse before. We've engaged. I would have never probably met her if it wasn't for social media. So social media is not the problem. The problem is you. The problem is the human being behind social media, the human being behind the tool. I can't blame this microphone for the problems in my life, right? If this microphone doesn't work and this microphone always breaks down or this microphone is not doing what I want it to do, it's not the microphone's fault. The microphone's just doing what it's intended to do. It's doing what it can do. It's the person wielding that microphone. I'm going to blame the microphone for my problems. I'm going to blame Facebook. I'm going to blame YouTube. I'm going to blame Instagram for my problems. Get out of here, man. That stuff don't fly here. That stuff don't fly here. Get out of here, man. Annie, either one, LOL. I told you I'd be here. Yeah, you did. Oh, thank you so much. A brand new member of the Nez Nation family. Yes, thank you so much, Imad, for becoming a brand new member of Nez Nation. Yes, you can actually become a member of the channel by hitting that join button down below. All your donations support this channel, but more importantly, I do private live streams for you guys, members only. It's kind of like group coaching because in my business, in my agency, some of those packages are thousands of dollars, right? And so I know a lot of you guys would like more access to me, but I respect budgets and I never, ever would push anything on somebody who can't afford it, right? And so some of those packages where I really give a deep dive, they're very, very expensive. By you becoming a member, it's essentially group coaching. And so thank you so much for joining, Imad. I really, really appreciate that. It's awesome to have you be a member. And you get to also use very specific emojis that only members can use. And so that's kind of cool too. Thank you so much, Imad. We're grateful to have you with us. This is going to be an investment that's going to pay massive dividends, my friend. Keep a lookout for those members-only private live streams. And we're going to be doing those once a month. And so we're building up the membership, and I really, really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much, Imad. It's awesome to have you be a member. Thank you, Annie. You've been a huge help. Thank you so much. You inspire me too, Annie, because Annie does it the right way. You know what Annie does so well? This is what Annie does so well. Annie is zero ego. She knows what she doesn't know, and she's also doesn't know what she doesn't know. And when she goes in on some of those amazing rooms that I'm a part of or that I host, or, even rooms that, I'm a part of, she's always there to listen. And she's always there to pay attention, and she asks great questions. And so, Annie, kudos to you. Really kudos to you because you're doing it right. You're just doing it right, Annie. You're doing everything right. And so, cheers. Cheers to you, Annie. Really, really proud of you. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Most people, they go and they just want to promote themselves and they just want to talk. But if you don't know what you're talking about, it behooves you to listen. It behooves you to listen and take notes. And I know Annie's taken notes in my rooms before. And I know Annie, she's just been an amazing presence, and she's so humble, and she asks all the right questions. And so, Annie, you're going to crush it. Real estate, I know you're doing real estate. I remembered. I pay attention too. As much talking as I do a lot of talking. My wife will vouch for that. Honey, I love you. I would not be successful. I would not be where I am if I didn't understand that listening is probably the most important part. And this live stream is a listening tool, by the way. I love hearing. Another reason why I like you to fill out the form in the chat down below is because it helps me to listen. It helps me to not forget. Because this live stream, the chat, once the live stream ends, it's published and the liveness is gone. So you can always watch the replay, obviously, but filling out that questionnaire form, it helps me to remember. And it's another listening tool. Live streaming does not grow my channel. The content that I put out, the short form content that I put out, is what grows my channel. It's the evergreen content that grows my channel. Live streams do not. But I mean, this is going to sound silly. It's probably, you're not even going to believe me, but I love you guys. I love hanging out with you guys. Like, I just absolutely love it. I love hanging out with you guys. And I love trying to help you guys, and I love trying to give back. And so that's what this is all about. I mean, it really is. I know that sounds kind of namby-pamby or bumper stickery, but it's the truth. It's just absolutely the truth. Cheers, always here to learn, my new. Yes, absolutely. And you are a friend. You are a part of the Nez Nation family, Annie. You are always welcome here on the chat. So very, very excited to see you. Why are you trying to sell followers and viewers, K-Genius on Twitch? That's not how you do it, brother. That's not how you do it. Who cares about being famous? It's all about communicating your value to the world. Oh, man. You know what? This is the wrong way to do it. This is the wrong way. K-Genius, I'm not trying to school you. I'm not trying to put you on blast, but this is the wrong way to do it. I'm trying to educate you, my friend. You don't want to do it this way. This is not how you do it. Buying followers and subscribers is the worst way to do it. It's a recipe for disaster, and you don't want to do that. So I hope you take some stock from that. Hard work. Where's GC? Is GC still in the house? Hard work always wins. I can't tell you how ecstatic I am that the camera lasted. And it's all because of Lewis. Lewis helped me. You know, really rerouting that power, rerouting the power infrastructure. It really made all the difference, Lewis. It really has. So I'm so super pumped. And I'm very, very excited. I can't wait to create massive content with this camera. I can't wait. And you're going to get the best of the best, y'all. So make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button, because you know I'm bringing you brain-busting content every single week. No sneeze on this. No, I'm going to have a non-sneeze. I'm going to have a non-sneeze live stream for once. You're not going to get me to sneeze. No sneezing. I think Lewis is right. I think I was allergic to the webcam. I think I was allergic to the webcam. Yeah, Walter, absolutely. What good is subs if they don't view? Exactly. You owe us a sneeze. I'm not sneezing. Hey, YouTube Boxing Central, what do you mean I'm done? Oh no, there it is. Oh no. Oh no, I spoke too soon. Ah, there it is. There it is. Oh my God. Can you guys hear me still? I spoke too soon. There it is. The camera died. How long did we go? See, it should last longer than that. It should last longer than that because it's been an hour and a half. Oh no, there goes the video. Holy mackerel. Isn't that terrible? There goes the camera. So, I mean, it shouldn't be doing that, right, Lewis? Let me know if you guys can still hear me. We jinxed it. Lewis, I think I jinxed it. Yes, we can still hear you. Okay. So, yeah. So, oh, man, that's such a super bummer. That is a super bummer. I'm so bummed that happened. Oh, man. So I wonder why. Well, it lasted a pretty long time. I wonder why it did that. That really stinks. Well, I mean, I was about to end it, but, you tech guys, should that be happening? I mean, we've been live for an hour and 28 minutes. And, it's not super hot in this room. I wonder if here's what I'm going to kind of be selfish for just a second, and please bear with me, you guys. And even if you can't see me, you can hear me, so that's fine. I'm not going to switch it to the webcam. I have to go back and plug it in and stuff. And I was going to do that anyway if it shut down, early on. But you know what? Since StreamYard can only shoot in 1080, maybe if I switched the camera settings to 1080 and for the live streams only, because an hour and a half is a long time. Like, nobody's shooting 4K for an hour and a half, right? Maybe then it won't, I can stream for a lot longer. What do you guys think? I mean, nobody really needs to stream Nobody really needs to stream for a 4K, do they? I mean, nobody really does. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Hey, Lewis, are you around after I end the stream? If I can call you, Lewis, I would really appreciate that if I can call you and talk to you. But hey, guys, I want to just say thank you so much for watching. I mean, an hour and a half we usually don't go this long anyway for a live stream. And so we kind of went above and beyond because I love seeing you guys and I love hanging out with you guys. And right now, so my camera kind of overheated. If you're just joining us, you can't see me, but you can definitely hear me, right? Give me a yeah if you can hear me. 28 likes. That's awesome. So I'm going to end the stream pretty soon. And I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who was here. Make sure you click that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button. See, here's the thing about going live. Problems are going to happen. I mean, if you've been doing this as long as I have, you see how the problems don't faze me 1 second. I don't get all flustered and like don't talk and like go silent and shut down the whole stream. I adapt very, very quickly. Even though you can't see me, you can still hear me. This is a lesson for everybody. This is why I'm still live. And podcast listeners, it doesn't make a difference. But if you're listening to this on the podcast, basically my entire camera shut down. You guys saw it live. The internal temperature was too hot. And so the camera shut down because it needs to cool. It's the Sony ZV-1. We've been going live longer than usual. We don't usually go this long for the weekly live stream. And I'd have to jump into a client meeting soon. But thank you so much, Annie. I really appreciate that, smashing the like button. But this is a lesson for everybody. The reason I'm sticking around for just a little bit longer, if you're just joining us, when you go live, everything is going to go wrong. Just expect that. Your audio, your feed, lag, the technical, non-technical, kids in the background, Amazon ringing the doorbell. I mean, your neighbor chainsawing something randomly, lawnmowers going off. There's always going to be something going wrong. Here's the deal. This is how you respond to it. You respond to it just by accepting it. You respond to it just by accepting it. Okay? And just moving on. Just doing the best that you can. Don't let it get to you. It's totally fine. As a matter of fact, it humanizes you. Here's the crazy thing, is it actually humanizes you. When you, really adhere to what's happening and you just adapt and you allow the mistakes to be there and don't freak out and don't, let the mistakes stop you, it actually humanizes you. It actually does. So don't let that bother you. Don't let that stop you. Keep going. Your audience will actually dig it. It's actually fun. You're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. You're never going to have a perfect live stream. I've been live streaming longer than anybody on the planet. I'm telling you. And I've never had one stream that was perfect. Not one stream was perfect. Thank you so much. Luis says, I have a resolution for the overheating. Thank you. I mean, an hour and a half is a pretty long time. I mean, this is the longest, longer than usual. I'm not Nick Nimmin. I know I should be able to live stream for a lot longer than this. But you know what? I'm happy. I'm a little bit bummed, but I am happy that we made it this far. And so, guys, I'm going to end the stream, and I just want to say thank you, everybody, for being here. I'll definitely DM you, Luis. I really, really appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate all of you guys. It just means the absolute world to me that you guys are here. And make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button. And don't forget, because this Tuesday, okay, we have an amazing guest coming on to the show. If you want to learn how to make money on YouTube and really any platform, I mean, he's just an amazing influencer in the space, amazing content creator, business owner. We've got Benji Travis, who's going to join us, okay, on Tuesday, April 27th, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. You have to make sure you click the reminder. You have to make sure that you hit that all notifications on the bell when you subscribe, because you don't want to miss that. He is going to teach us. And if you want to ask questions, there's a questionnaire form, and you can leave it in the questionnaire form here too if you have questions for Benji. But we'll probably be taking questions in the chat as well. But you're going to definitely want to be on that stream. You don't want to miss that. You want to be there live, because if you have any questions at all for Benji, this guy is a wealth of knowledge. He's a wealth of information when it comes to brand deals, monetization, influencer marketing, how to make money with your brand, how to make money with your content, how to monetize your YouTube channel and your content. So definitely make sure that you are there on Tuesday, 11 a.m. Pacific. This Tuesday, y'all, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. You don't want to miss that. Love you guys. Love you guys. Love you guys. Thank you, Nez Nation. I'll see you guys Tuesday. Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday, and we'll talk soon. Thank you, guys. Love ya.